Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2 here on RawSlowGaming, and we are stuck here in Brunflo in a paused state, which we'll unpause here directly because today will be all about boats, I think at least. So let's actually zoom in here a little bit on this dock. Why is things laying there? Don't understand that actually. Haven't really looked in detail here on the boat or the terminal yet, but Brunflo is growing as you see, and we have some very nice beachfront properties here all along the way. We have quite a few people waiting here on the Särna to Brunflo line. It's just about close to have a third train on that line. For now, we aren't doing that. And as you see here, we have grown up the town to 214. It will drop a little bit now due to emissions getting up. Weren't that at the start. So as you see here, we straight off boomed the population by around 30% by putting this line in. Also, something that I have done is moved forward a bit in time just to get in a few new vehicles and such, among those a boat, so that is going to be nice. What I've also done is moved up the date speed to 1/2 instead of 1/4, just because, well, I feel like the overall cash flow of the company at the moment is quite alright, so we kind of need the game to progress a little bit faster to have a little bit more of a challenge when new things come and we want to replace everything and we might not have cash enough to do it. I'm hoping, but we'll see. It isn't a bad thing, of course, to have more cash than you know what to do with. We will blow quite a bit out of it today, quite possibly though, but as you see, well, 12 million in the bank now and no loan whatsoever. So as said, we will focus on some boats today. So the first thing, since we do have this boat terminal, passenger terminal set up here in Brunflo, so the first thing I want to do is to add in passenger terminal here in Båstad and in Backe, and I think we'll focus on Backe first. Now, of course, the question is here, where will we put in a station for that? And well, the only logical place or the possible place to do it really is down here by the shore. So we'll see how that works out. I'm actually quite curious on how that will work, so we'll just add that in like straight here, and we'll try to add it in against the coastal line. So we'll add that in quite deep, so to say, and we'll have just a road leading out from there, I guess. So I guess we'll do the street first. We'll do a large street and we'll just do it straight out like that. And we'll see here if Brunflo eventually extends out this way. We'll add in a bus tram station. We'll not do any tram track here. We'll do this as big as I have set it. I think we will, just for fun. Construction not possible, alright. We'll have it there then. So that's... Now, it's a good thing we have set this up a little bit bigger, because now we will use this branch as a central point. What we should probably maybe do is extend this coverage to over here. This actually don't have, yeah, that is out of coverage pretty much. So I think we'll maybe add in another station here to let the town grow this way, or will we? We'll skip that for now and we'll see, come back to that later. For now we'll just set up this line So we'll have to Backe branch to lower Backe. We should really name that something else. So this is not a circle. This is passengers to terminal. So what should we call this? Let's have it. Let's call it a terminal shuttle. Shuttle, and it's in Backe. So we'll have it like that. And we'll set this up first, even though no one will go there right now, of course. So we do have a new vehicle here, road vehicle. It's the American Stagecoach, which does 20 instead of 17, and it still have a capacity of 5 and much lower emission, so that's good also. The Obesant actually have a really high emission, and we don't really want that. So we'll have 2 American Stagecoaches running this line. I think that would be enough for now. This will be, of course, a very long service. So where are we going to put in the boat depot or the shipyard? Collision. Why do we got a collision? All right, I understand. All right, so we'll have it something like that. I don't know if we actually need a road to it or something. I guess that would be more realistic. So we'll just add that in for now. So we'll do street. We'll do this size of street. We'll just prolong this one to just sort of touch the building there. Of course, we should set up the line first. So from Brunflo all the way down to Backe. So this is what should we call this? Cruise? Well, we shouldn't really. We'll just call it what it is. So it's Bru to Backe. Brunflo to Backe. And that's everything. Now we just need the boat for it, for the passenger part. So passengers, no passengers, or capacity, cargo types, all. So this is the only one that takes passengers, if I'm correct, or if I understand this correctly. So we'll do 3? That will be a major setback probably, but we'll do 3. We need to have quite a few on that line to have it, for it to have any chance to work, I think, at least. So without save coming in there, but we'll have a look at the ships here coming out, and apparently we are going over our first ship. So let's change the angle a little bit so we'll see it better coming out here. We can do like that a little bit and have a look on it here. This small rinky-dinky ship that is going to be our first passenger ferry. We'll do for cargo, we'll quite likely do something else. And here they are coming out one by one. Yeah, looking really nice actually. So that's nice. We do have connection to this, so that's good. And that is going to maybe kick up the population here a little bit as well. I said that will definitely take time to bed in. Our next trick is also going to take time to bed in. So we are going to connect. What are we going to connect? We are going to connect this one. So we are going to put in quite a few more terminals or harbors here. But those are going to be cargo. So this one cargo one. We are definitely satisfied with that. Can do something like that. Should be good with that. Yeah, I think we are. So this is the final destination for the refinery. And the refined stuff will probably... Now, this is what we want to do, of course. Before we do anything else, we want to configure this to have a cargo terminal as well. 1 building will be removed, 2 buildings will be removed. I guess you are the unlucky one. We want a large stock. Do we want you like that? No. No, definitely not like that. We want you like that though. I think we will. This will be a busy harbor for sure. Landing. We'll have a landing over there. That's good. And not know if we really need a connection here. A small ramp. Yeah, let's have a small ramp. There, we'll have it all the way, just so it looks the same. Let's see, yeah. And we'll close that, yeah. And we have 3 ships going at it. A drag race down to Bakke. That will be interesting. Yeah, so after we have gotten this far, we will send it back here to Brunflo with boat as well. So we're going to have a lot of boats in traffic here. So next place, we're going the wrong way about the chain of goods, but that's how it's going to be this time around. So do something like that, and I think that is no problem whatsoever for us here to reach. Yeah, sorry for that sound, but we're reaching that, and we're actually okay. We can't have that. Can't have that. Gotta redo that. So let's see here. Like that. No, we want collision. No, we don't want collision. We'll do like that. So we got a connection. Yeah. Connection to that, so we can turn our raw oil to refined oil, I guess. Yeah. And then we can have that to fuel. And where do we want to take our oil from? Well, we have 2 options. These 2 guys. And we're quite likely to use both sooner or later. For now, it is whichever we feel like it would reach. And I think both of these will reach. So we'll take the one that is closest. Now, of course, this isn't really connected to the network as such, but we are connected over here. And this I would count as connected and everything like that. So I feel like this is fair to connect, just like this. And for that reason, we'll do it just like this. So we want it as straight as we can. Like that. And as close as possible, like so. And then we'll do the road. Do we have connection? I don't know. Yes, we do. So all right, all we need to do now is send out the boats and set up the lines. Well, first we need to set up the lines. So what we want first, we want this to go from Malmö to Djurgården. And now the question is, can the ship carry everything? It can carry everything. So if we put multiple ships on this line, they can all go and do this thing. Correct? Yeah, correct. And we will have a separate line for delivery into Brunflo. So fuel line. Limited. We'll create the line from Brunflo East, or the refinery, to over Brunflo. So fuel delivery Brunflo, like that. I don't think we have coverage from this one to any of to any of the places that needs it. So what we also need to do is, of course, add in a truck stop here, and of course we only have trams here. Really didn't think that through in a way. We don't need that. We only need one platform, to be honest. We can do it, would like to do it, something like that. We can't. So we'll do it something like this. One bunny will be removed. Oh well, can't do anything about that. And you were blue there for a second. Too much slope. Oh well. And let's skip that and have it like that. So now we have that set up as well. So we'll just add in a second depot. It will be over there quite likely. And target population now down to 174 due to the average emission here. Unfortunately. But we will get it up here soon. So as said, we will have fuel. So this new ship, no, this is the new ship. So emission 84, 78, 25 years, capacity 90 and 100. And running at 25k, a little bit more in running cost, but that's all right. But I kind of want to do this one since it's a proper oil tanker. So we'll do this one. And how many will we do? 4? Oh, we'll do more. 6. We'll do 7 for a cold 4 million. On the fuel, not fuel delivery, fuel line limited. That should acknowledge this guy to produce, yeah. So it has a long way to go before we are getting anything out of that. So let's actually speed up the game here a little bit for a little while. And once we have that going on, we will... Once we have some fuel here, we will set the delivery into Brunflo up. And then we got to think about how you want to deliver to Djurgården and Hammarstrand. If we can get up that delivery queue, and we can, it's just a matter of how many ships we will put on that line, to be honest. So back you have 158 waiting. That is a little bit too many, to be honest. How are you doing? What are we running on in this line? Russian class T-type. I feel like we should maybe up the tempo on that line. But maybe not. It's like, it's our top burner. Probably not quite, but it's up there. Well, it's taking a bit of time now to get delivery to Backe. So these new lines, of course, are having a bit of time to bed in, but as you see, the frequency here is 11 minutes, and I think that is actually a little bit too long. And speaking of everything, we got new vehicles, so changing in here at the Backe line is definitely something we might be doing, and directly I feel like we should up the tempo on the trams here. I think the new trams are quite likely a lot better. So let's have a look here just on buying vehicles, how much better these are versus this. So emission is of course though so much higher, so we'll actually skip that for now. So since we are skipping that, let's have a look on well, not extending, but replacing the Backe to Falköping train. While we are doing that, remember to smash that like button if you are enjoying the show, and if you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button so you're sure to not miss out on any of the content that we post here pretty much daily. So let's see here, replace. So you are running, what were we saying we were running? Russian class T-type 1. Is that correct? Yeah, type 1. So we got 140 of power and 30 interactive effort. Or a new train here. It's, well, it's a lot better. 360 and top speed is 64. Emission 77. So actually a little bit lower. How is it in lifespan? 25 years, so that's good. So we'll add that one to the train. And now we need something that is going 60, for example. And so I think we'll go with, yeah, definitely go with this Russell Bolt. The capacity before was 64. And we'll do 66. It will go a little bit faster. Now we'll do 77 and we'll replace that. We'll speed set the game back. How many went? 166. Well, almost a million on a delivery there. So hoping this will speed things up a bit. I should have looked at the frequency on the Backe to Falköping line before. So we shouldn't really look over on that sort of, well, this area. We haven't done anything with that yet, and it will take a bit of time before we're doing that. Let's actually, I'm wondering what is the frequency on this every 37 minutes. Yeah, that is going to be hard. But we have a throughput here on the stations. That is calculated. And here we have how much waiting? 300 waiting. So this will be so good when the ships have made it there, which will take a bit of time. Delivery, no, terminals. Yeah, no one waiting there after 9 months, so yeah, we'll see how that works out. How are we? We should be running a little bit higher speed here, I think. And so we'll do that just. So let's have a look here. Railroad is making money. Last time period water were making 1 million in a loss. So we are losing there, of course. Setting that up with this, as I said, a very long line. I wonder if everyone is heading to the same place. Malmö East, Malmö East, Malmö East, Malmö East, Malmö East, Malmö East, Malmö East. Yeah. So you should be going somewhere else. Let's have you to Brunflo East as well. So 2 and 3. Now that should make things flow a little bit better here. Just so it can have something produced here when they come to the refinery. Brunflo East is there actually. Yeah, exactly. So you're going to go up the line there. Yeah, that should be perfect in the end. And how are we doing here? How is Malmö doing, for example? Malmö is doing about the same. Särna, 330, yeah, you're doing about the same as well. How much more powerful were that? So now, how is Drylands doing? Are we supplying? No, we're still not supplying everything here. For some reason, don't understand quite why. We have definitely an overload here, sort of, for this train. But what we are not really having, or do we have? No, we're not really having enough speed for this train. And what are we lacking here? We are lacking iron. So yeah, so the iron ore run we should have a look at if we can better that run. So let's see here. Iron delivery run. Russian class B. Replace. So the Russian class B type. Russian class B. Yeah, you're one of the latest train. 240 and 60. So this one is not really that much better, but it does have more power. So let's see if we can't add it and get in the other things. It's running. This is running. What is it running? Flat car? No. Box car? No. Ah, the gondola. So, which should be B. Yeah, we're not really hitting more than 50. That's why. Now I understand. This is we're running 12. So at 84, we're going to give it quite much more. 126. How does that work? Yeah, 126. That's actually quite all right. 159. And that's starting to stretch it, but we will change it here. 140 in capacity. So now we are at the point that we need to borrow money again. We actually haven't borrowed enough. So we'll borrow here 3.7 million. And then we sort of need to change up the coal delivery run as well. This one should be up to maybe 60. We don't really need Russian class B. I don't think we need to run a faster train than that. We want you to have gondolas. Let's see here. The gondola. This one, yeah. So you currently have 6. That's 5, 6. Yeah, so we want you to have around 60. 63, would that be enough? Yeah, I think so. So a little bit less, just due to it's going close, a bit shorter. So that will work itself out. And now we got 3 million in loan. We have been really heavily investing here. As you see, 5 million, 3.5, 5 million here in the last couple of time periods. And these ships are still a far way off. So last year, yeah, we are making such a loss on the water, but these guys will make a strong profit soon. So are you guys still? So I feel like you should be heading back to Brunflo East. Halt, yeah. So you're a bit close to these guys, but then it will work here. So let's see here. We'll speed up. We switch this around. That means this will work better. We will have more iron or steel here waiting. And then we'll see if we need to upgrade this. And once we have given enough or completely filled up for Junosando, I guess we will be looking at taking some machinery to Bygdio. That's the first point. And we have a little bit too many waiting there. It's all right. Could do with one more train on that line though, definitely. How are you doing? Yeah, you're actually making a loss. That's all right. So just changing things up here and expanding with the boats here have eaten up my cash flow, so to say. We're not really making a profit, as you see here. Well, we are making a profit, but not much at all, actually. And we are taking some loan interest here as well, yeah. So at least they are extremely close now to this stop, which will mean that they will be making profit after that. And how much have you run? You're costing me, yeah, each ship is costing me just over 100k per year. And there we go, a lot of profit. So we're still making a good profit on the trains. We are going to have even more profit now when having changed up the trains. Steel delivery is coming in here, having 63. So yeah, production is up here, as we see, up to 85. And this is on level 1. So we will try and max that out, of course. And yeah, I actually think we'll maybe have this episode a bit on the short side and running the game forward here a bit, letting the fuel line bed in, and we'll come back and see what our next objective is. I don't think we really have anything more interesting in terms of vehicles or anything like that at the moment, so I think we'll bed in, waiting on that. Or actually we'll have a look here on our first ships that is finally coming here to Malmö East. Are you just waiting? Yeah, you're sort of just waiting, not going anywhere. So we'll have a bit of a look here on our Russian oil tanker coming in for loading up his first load of oil. And with that view, I will leave you wanting more, hopefully. And I'll say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time here on the channel. Thank you, and bye-bye. You have been watching RawSlowGaming, and I hope you have enjoyed. On clicking on the video on the left, you will see the next video in this series, and on the right our latest upload to the channel. And with that said, thank you again for watching.